you waste him. How can you waste him? And again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sending another messenger. You are now again denying the truth. You have not that right to waste the truth. You cannot be wasteful. You cannot waste the knowledge, the truth. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it clear to you, you have to acknowledge it. You have a limited chance. You cannot waste. You have not the right to waste the truth. You may waste it today and tomorrow and again and again. After a while, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take your ability about distinguishing the truth. Thus, this is the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala yudhil, send astray. So do not think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent astray an innocent. No. Learn whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent astray, and when Allah azza wa jal sent him astray, and why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent him astray. We have to learn the procedure from him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When he say, that person, I sent him astray. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, why? And when? And whom that person? What was his behavior? كذلك, thus Allah sent astray. Whom? Him who is a transgressor, who is a wasteful. He is the one who consumes his chance. After a while, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when it becomes certain that this person will not acknowledge the truth, even if you open him, if you make him live forever, at that moment Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes his abilities and opens and separate his heart from himself and seal up on his heart and put something on his eye, ghishawa, and his ears also. After that moment, he cannot distinguish the truth from falsehood. And every falsehood becomes goodness, becomes true for him, because he has finished and consumed his chance, as if he died at that moment. It doesn't make difference. But if you ask me why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives him life after that moment, in order to consume his goodness in his life, and in order to be a big sinful in his life. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَا تَحْسَبَنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا أَنَّمَا نُمْلِي لَهُمْ خَيْرٌ لِأَنفُسِهِمْ إِنَّمَا نُمْلِي لَهُمْ لِيَزْدَادُوا إِثْمًا. Shall they not think that when we give them time, when we grant them wealth, that we love them and we bless them? No, we give them after that moment in order to increase themselves in sin, and in order to consume their small goodness in their life. They may did favors to someone or any goodness, لِأَلَّا يَجْعَلَ لَهُمْ حَظًّا فِي الْآخِرَةِ, till Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala remains not any goodness about them to the hereafter. Only remain their sins, their crimes. This is the rule of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and He gives everyone the same and the equal chance, and makes the truth for a while manifest to everyone. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not decree to be does not degree to be one of the losers. No, the person himself makes his choice, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala send him astray after he makes his choice in a certain way. كذلك, thus does Allah send astray. He does not send astray some people He wills. No. Man huwa, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes him. Man huwa, him who is wasteful, musrif, murtab, and a skeptic. Like the people of Egypt, they left and allowed to remain in that doubts, and they didn't try to verify and solve that doubts about Joseph sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They didn't look after the truth. They just stayed at the first step when they doubt about his prophethood. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made his prophethood clear to them, but they produced their doubt against the ayat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Throughout their life they struggled with the truth, but they already knew that Joseph was the prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and his message was very clear that there cannot be any God except the one who created the heavens and the earth. After he died, they said, no messenger will Allah send after him. At this moment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says to us, thus look and draw the lesson. If you are one of them who knows the truth in his innermost thoughts, but he is pretending himself. If you are one of them, then you should know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send you astray, because Allah sends them astray, those who waste the truth. Do not waste the truth when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it clear in yourself. كذلك murtab, and do not live in doubts. Verify them and do what you should do, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had already given to you the abilities to make research and to think about it. And if you claim that you did and you are doing what you should do with your abilities, then your state is to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We cannot say anything. Allah will judge about you. This was the ayah number 34. In this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put the mirror before the people of Egypt and showed them that they are not sincere. They did the same with Joseph, and after he died, they acknowledged that he was a prophet, and they wished that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not send again a messenger. But although they wished that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala today sent again a messenger, Moses sallallahu alayhi wasallam, but you are giving the same response. كذلك قال الذين لا يعلمون مثل قولهم تشابهت قلوبهم. Allah Azza wa Jalla says the same thing said by the people before them, and today Quraysh saying the same. How they can say the same? أتواصوا به, that they advised this statement over the generation? No. بل هم قوم طاغون. They are in the same state, their heart in the same state, and their intention is the same. Refuse the truth in order to be free from the commandment of Allah Azza wa Jal, and in order to live this life as if you are the master of the life. Now let's move on to the ayah number 35. الَّذِينَ يُجَادِلُونَ فِي آيَاتِ اللَّهِ. Allah Azza wa Jal in the ayah number 35 continue to explain the people whom He sent astray. And He started with الَّذِينَ, those. He is speaking about the wasteful people. He is speaking about the skeptic people, those who wants to live in doubts in order to refuse their Lord, their Creator. And they say, I'm not certain about the Creator. I cannot say there is a God. I cannot say there is not a God. I'm not certain. I do not have a proof. If they are sincere, we learn from the Creator in Quran that they cannot be sincere. They are only pretending in order to refuse the religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But I say to them, if you are sincere, then go ahead. We cannot judge about you, but Allah Azza wa Jal knows your innermost thoughts. Let's assume if you are really sincere, then we learn from Quran that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not punish you. But because He says, لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not charge anyone with anything that He didn't give him. But in Quran, Allah Azza wa Jalla says, قَدْ جَاءَكُمْ بَصَائِرُ مِنْ رَبِّكُمْ. Or He says, سَنُرِيهِمْ آيَاتِنَا فِي الْأَفَاقِ وَفِي أَنفُسِهِمْ. We will show them our ayat. We will show, no way. سَنُرِيكُمْ آيَاتِهِ فَتَعْرِفُونَهَا. He will show His ayat, His signs, and you will know them. Allah will show His ayat, His signs, until it becomes manifest according to them. So we learn from Quran that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made His ayat clear, makes His ayat clear to them, but they are not sincere. They choose that way in order to refuse the truth and to be free from their Creator. In the ayah number 35, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will describe those people whom He sends astray. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم ولسائر المؤمنين. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا واخطأنا. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.